Okay, welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. We're going to try something a little bit different today. As you can probably see, I have this little Unity mod editor window up, and I have found two mods today that I think we want to try out. So the two mods that we have are one, a mod that can force planets to become tidally locked around their star, and two, which is this one right here, which is a mod that allows us to actually change the type of star in an individual planetary system. So you may recall that a few episodes ago, we were discussing if we wanted to go and find another star system that was being occupied by a blue giant, right? So if we hop out into our star map here, we can see the type of, whoa, okay, we can do a little bit of slightly nausea-inducing spinning. We can see our star type is it'll say it right here somewhere, right? I'm looking at it. For some reason, it's not saying it. Okay, blue giant. We have a G-type star. Here we go. Okay, so we have a G-type star right here, and our G-type star has a luminosity of 0.996, but this blue giant, 3 light years away, has a luminosity of 2.3, right? So my understanding is that the luminosity is a direct multiplier on how much energy you receive from a Dyson sphere. So we were originally planning on moving to this solar system to actually build our Dyson sphere. Now, when we do that, the planets in that solar system, I got to be honest with you, are not great. If I recall correctly, it's like one planet and it's just kind of like chilling around its star. It's a little bit far away. It's not optimal, right? So what we said we were going to do instead was potentially just build in our own solar system. So what I'd like to try to do, whoops, I don't know how that happened. How do we, I'm just going to keep hitting escape. Okay. So what I'd potentially like to do is two different things to give us two different options. One, we could go to this blue giant right next to us, and we can actually force the orbiting planet to become tidally locked. That would give us a base of operations from which we would have a continuous star-facing surface of our planet where we could be continuously launching our Dyson Sphere components and our solar cells. That would make life a lot easier, right? The second thing we could do is change this star in our home planet to become a blue giant. Now, I'm kind of leaning towards that, and that's why we have this mod installed today. I have no idea how it's going to go. So we're going to make an extra save right now. We're just going to call this third star mod. Let's go with that. We're going to save that. Okay. So I think I understand how this mod works, but to be honest with you, the entire description in the store, actually, that's not true. Most of the description in the store is Chinese. The mod is called ChangeSun. You can find it on Thunderstore. And the part of the mod that I can read that's in English says that basically what we want to do is enter the name of the star that we want to change, click find. We should find the name appearing under the input box. Then we can select the replacement type and click change. So if we look through here, my suspicion is I don't. Okay, so for any of those, for those of you out there who used to play or have played before Elite Dangerous, I know my star classes from Elite Dangerous, and I used to remember those as KGB Foam or KGB FOAM are the different star types. I don't know what X is. Maybe X is black hole. I'm not sure. But we have K, G, B, Foam. There we go. And X. So of these, I don't know what Blue Giant is classified as because there is a B-type star already. You can see it right here. We might just go for an O-type star. That seems to be the most obvious to me. But you know what? We're on a separate save right now. We could just change whatever we want, right? So we want to find the Alchiba star. So let's see if we can find it. Alchiba. Okay, we have it selected. I don't know what this column does at all, unfortunately. I'm not seeing any information in the mod description here. So we may just kind of click some buttons and see what happens, right? So let's see if we change it to X. I'm just curious what X is. Let's see what happens. Boom. Okay. X is a nothing. Well, okay, so this is interesting. So we obviously still see it as just a regular star. When I pull out to the star map, oh, it's even changed the name. Okay, so it's now a K-type star. I'm confused. Let's go. Oh, it changed. Okay, so we have to do this now. Find this star. We select this. So 7 changed it to K, even though we put in X. All right, let's try 6. See what happens here. Change this. Okay. Now, okay, so this says it is an O-type star. So let's just change this. Oh, whoops, I'm still in that. So let's go back here and then pull back out. Okay, so 7 does create an O-type star. We're not. Oh my gosh, look at how big that star is. We are really close. Oh man. Okay, if we pull out here, that is nuts. Alchiba 1 is so close. Okay, so I think this is actually like decent. I would say that as an O-type star. Let's check the luminosity now. Yeah, so our luminosity is up to 2.4. Okay, so I'd say this was a successful test. Let's save this here. Okay. Now let's keep messing with some of these settings because I'm really curious as to what happens. First of all, I don't like the fact that the name changed. So we're going to change that back somehow. So we have our other star selected. What happens if we put 1 in this? I don't know what any of these do. So I'm curious. Let's see. 0 is the default. So let's change it to 1. Okay. So it goes away. Oh, wait. Hey. This says blue giant. This might be what we wanted. Oh, that is absurdly big. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what we wanted. Where is Alchiba 1? Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's save this really quickly. Let's save this as star mod. Here, we'll go with blue giant, right? BG. Oops. BG, blue giant. Okay. I think we should go to Alchiba 1 and see what the heck is going on over there. Okay, so my new suspicion is that X just kills the star entirely. Well, X changed it to K, so I don't really know. But this has to probably be blue giant, white dwarf, black hole, and neutron star is my guess. Probably not in that order because I have no idea, obviously, what these characters say. But let's go to Alchiba 1 and see what this sun looks like from Alchiba 1. Because I have a suspicion that this is just absolutely nuts. We might be in full-on game-breaking territory, so we'll have to see what happens here. But why is my energy so low? What is going on here? Yep, that's exactly what's going on here. Well, the good news is that we left a bunch of fuel rods on Alchiba 1. So if Alchiba 1 has not been swallowed by this blue giant yet, we should be able to see what's going on. This is... Oh my god. This is comically close. All right, let's see if we can get there without getting burnt up. I wonder if it recalculates the solar power too on Alchiba 1, because my guess is that those solar panels are pretty powerful at this point. Yeah, luminosity is 2.56. Oh my gosh. All right. This is unreal. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. All right. What is... Solar's still 134. That might be what it was earlier, to be honest with you. Actually, okay, we need to not be messing around because our core energy is depleting. Wow, I'm actually really glad. So, I mean, this is not actually that big of a deal because we could obviously just take our fuel from right there. We're going to go a little bit further. We're going to risk it for the biscuit, and we're going to go all the way over here. Boom. Okay, well, we made it in time, so that wasn't really that risky. But let us... Can I not... Okay, I guess I can't have all those things up at the same time. How many slots is it? I never remember. Boop. Okay, cool. That was it. All right, well, that's pretty low-key, honestly. And then let's just pop over here to recharge. I can't even handle this right now, y'all. This is nuts. Is this just going to completely break our game? I don't know. Honestly, it's really funny to me. So, do we just keep it? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do we just keep this, right? But what I think we should do is go try our other option, right? Which is we're just going to close this and okay. Well, we'll just throw this in the corner. And what we're going to do instead is go to I just hit honestly V and M and I just alternate between V and M to see what happens. Every time I try to get out of... Okay, there we go. So now I'm back to our little guy. What? How did I do that? Okay. All right, so our second strategy here is going to be going to our blue giant that has been naturally created over here. And we are going to try to tidally lock the orbiting planet on our blue giant and see if that potentially creates an even better atmosphere for us to create our Dyson sphere. Although, again, this is just hilarious to me. I feel like we should keep this, but it may prove to be a little bit unwieldy. What happened to... All right, so let's find out. What happened to our collector logistics station? It's still there somewhere on Alchiva 3, which I don't think exists anymore, to the best of my knowledge. Or, never mind. I'm just being an idiot. It's still on Alchiva 3 just fine because it's a gas giant. Ooh, wait, y'all. This is huge. Huge, huge, huge. Okay, we finally hit the energy recharge. Oh, that's going to be so nice. Okay. This recharge might actually be what really extends our capability to move throughout the galaxy freely. Y'all remember that old, was it the Southwestern Airlines? You may now move about the country. We may now move about the galaxy. So this is going to be good. All right, I'm going to let this charge up just a little bit longer. But I'm also going to let you know, we are recording this on St. Patrick's Day. So cheers to all of you who are out there celebrating, who are Irish or otherwise. Hopefully it's a relatively inclusive holiday. I feel like everyone enjoys parades and celebrating. So I am drinking some Redbreast 12-year Irish whiskey to celebrate today. Very good whiskey. I'm a huge Redbreast fan. And I have to shout out to my brother who got this for me. I think last year, it was my birthday last year, and we've managed to extend it through the pandemic, which is saying something. So cheers to that. Okay. We are charged up. We are ready to go. We probably need to get away from this comically large blue giant that would be killing us right now if there was any sort of physics realism in this universe, I'm assuming. All right, let's speed up just a little bit and get the heck out of Dodge. Whoa. Did y'all see that? That was a very, very trippy way that the blue giant just kind of like stretched and curved there. Okay. So, yep, I think it's this one that we're going towards. So we're just going to steer right towards it. Make sure I have a finger on the tab key. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're real close. Okay, so we're headed this direction. It's the direction we want to be going. Let's just double check the system one more time. This is the only orbiting body in this system. Okay, so we're headed this direction. I'm just going to A, speed up, and then B, I feel like we're drifting sideways a little bit. So let's double check the mod notes for this. It looks like all I have to do is hit Control L. I could not tell you where I have to hit Control L. It just says Control L will make the local planet tidally locked. So, yeah, we're just gonna, I guess, show up on the planet and then hit Control L and see what happens. So let's land here. I mean, this is a nice looking planet. It's got a lot of stuff on it. It's unknown because I still have this universe exploration bug. Again, if anybody has any ideas on how to fix this, please let me know. I have no idea what's going on. But okay, I just want to acknowledge that as of right now, if we pull out into the system, we can see this is not a tidally locked planet by any means, right? So here goes. We're going to hit Control L. Lock planet. Okay. Planet is now locked officially, I guess. Are we on? Okay, so we are in fact on the sun side. So now if I pull back out, doesn't really look any different in this menu, at least. But what we can do is acknowledge, okay, so we're seeing the sunny side right here, right? We're standing on the sunny side. What we can do is now let's speed up our game. See what happens here. Are things going faster? I can't really tell, to be honest with you. Where is the sun? This blue giant. Does it look like we are orbiting any faster? Our orbital period here is pretty long, I'm not going to lie. And I can't really judge if it's moving at all. So you know what we're going to do? Is we're actually just going to save the game. And let's save this as... we already saved that as having done that, right? So this is going to be orbital lock. Save that. All right. And then we're just going to exit real quick, reload the game, and see what happens. Because that might kind of snap everything in. By the way, the name of this mod is called TidalLocked. So if you are looking to replicate this in your own system, TidalLocked is the way to go. So this is getting obviously a little bit crazy, right? As far as gameplay changing mods. And I think I've shared this philosophy with you that we've mainly tried to steer away from gameplay changing mods up until this point. Um, there's a few reasons why I chose to potentially break that rule a little bit with this specific change. One, because I think it was a legitimate struggle in my mind whether or not we wanted to go build on the Blue Giant or stay on our home system. And I feel like being able to change the sun in our home system to a Blue Giant is kind of the best of both worlds there. And I don't have to make the choice that way. Um, but secondly, too, like I know that maybe some of you are thinking about making some pretty crazy gameplay changing mods. Okay, so this still isn't showing anything, at least in the official UI, that says this is tidally locked. I think the real question will be, again, if we were to speed up time and see if anything changes, we shall see, right? The orbital period, again, is just so large that it may take a while to notice this. But the point being is that I know that some of y'all are thinking about gameplay changing mods. It's something that I'm sure is of interest to people. So I wanted to at least take a look at what is basically the most gameplay changing mod that we can think of. And that's, changing essentially the universe itself, right? So that's what we're doing here. The other thing is that I have been thinking about doing a collection of gameplay changing mods to just kind of get a sense of what our options are. And so if you have any interest in that, please let me know. I think it's something that would be helpful for people. And we'll just kind of start up a separate save where we can take a look at some of those gameplay changing mods. And if you really like some of them and you think we should bring them into the save, definitely let me know. If you have any recommendations too, I found a list of, I don't know, probably like maybe a dozen or 2 dozen that I think would be valuable, at least in my semi-educated opinion. But again, shout out to Quantum Void. Quantum Void recommended a few as well. And Mo-O, I think, had a few recommendations. So thank you to both of you for hooking us up with some options. Okay, I gotta be honest with y'all. This is kind of like watching paint dry. So we're going to not do that. I will test that on my own time. What I do want to look at is if this blue giant star has just completely destroyed our universe over here, or at least our solar system. All right. Oh, we're still on the 3x. Interesting that it saved the 3x across the saves. Okay. Well, this actually looks like a much more manageable size, to be honest with you. It doesn't look quite as huge from our home planet. There we go. Blue giant. I'm sure it's absurdly large from Alchiba 1, but the luminosity looks right. I think this is where we build our Dyson Sphere. This all seems to be working properly too, so no problems there. We're just gonna have to change. Is it this orbit? I don't really know how this works, to be honest with you. Show me the orbit. Nope, that orbit obviously is not going to work. I don't know why we're even bothering with that orbit. Add a new orbit. Yeah, create that. Can I then cancel this orbit? How do I delete that orbit? I don't know. Oh, I can only delete other orbits. All right, so we're just never going to use orbit 1. What are you going to do? All right, well, I'm going to take a quick break here, folks. We're going to see if we have utterly destroyed our game. I'm hoping that things are going relatively okay. What I will do is I want to see if we can rename this star. I'm sure there's a mod out there that will let us rename the star because personally I'm pretty partial to Alchiba and I want to make sure that our home star is named accordingly. So I will do that off screen and I will probably disable a few of these mods that we used to then change things. But again, if you have any interest in this, this is actually really neat, I think, to me, to be able to do these wholesale changes. And y'all saw me do the whole step right here, right? I literally just downloaded the mods, activated them in R2 Modman, and loaded in. You've seen the whole process. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you learn anything else, too, about some of these different options, we didn't get too far in because we found exactly pretty much what we were looking for right away. But I'm really curious. Let me know if anyone has figured out what these different options we could really start playing around with this universe and make some really funky stuff. And I think that could be pretty fun. So yeah, keep me posted. And thanks for joining me. Let me know about your own gameplay mod changing experiences. And I'll catch you on the next time. All right, take it easy, folks.